Recently, the U.S. Government Accountability Office put out a really dire warning regarding the management of ammunition manufacturing in the U.S. Army. Now, ultimately what we have in the U.S. Army at all the ammunition plants, whether it be small arms or mortars or whatever the case may be, is you have Army-owned plants being operated by private contractors. So herein lies the problem. Quoted by the U.S. Government Accountability Office, they say that the Army is struggling to manage conventional ammunition procurement and production at government-owned, contractor-operated ammo plants. Well, why are they having such a hard time managing these plants? Well, a lot of it comes down to its outdated planning. What you have is you have two major groups trying to manage all this, and they're in conflict with each other, both within the U.S. Army. So what this looks like is one group, you have what's called the Joint Munitions Command, and it's being directed by the Army Contracting Command and the Army Materiel Command. But in addition to that, you also have, trying to manage all this, the Joint Program Executive Office for Armament and Ammunitions. Now, this particular office is being directed by the Assistant Secretary of Army for Acquisitions, Logistics, and Technology, as well as also the Army Materiel Command. So ultimately what you have is you have two different groups within the U.S. Army trying to manage private contractors in Army-owned ammunition plants. And they're going about it in two different ways. It's almost like you have two cooks in the kitchen, and both those cooks are being ran by two other cooks each. It's really kind of a mess. Ultimately what you have is you have two major players within the Army, both really at odds with how to manage ammunition production, and both of them are being run by two different other groups. The fact that it's working at all probably comes down to the independent private contractors just simply doing their job. Now, ultimately what the U.S. Government Accountability Office is saying is that they're making recommendations for changes, and those changes begin with the Secretary of the Army ultimately making these ammunition decisions with these contractors. That way you get all those cooks out of the kitchen and you just put the head honcho in charge of that ammunition production. Now what they're saying is that this should be completed by December of 2023. So between now and December of 2023, we have kind of a mess when it comes to Army ammo production, because ultimately, you know, we're going to go back to the video we posted a few days ago. They already can't keep up with the demand of ammunition in Europe. So we'll see what happens next. Ultimately, they're really dropping the ball on ammo production because everybody is within this process is saying they can't keep up with ammo production in Europe already, and they're fumbling and they're mismanaging this process. And there's now a process in place to try to fix this process, and that won't even be done till the end of the year. I hope that the U.S. doesn't engage in any sort of military action where we need ammo in addition to what we're already sending to foreign entities. So we'll keep looking at this as it continues towards December of 2023. But again, a mismanagement of ammo production within the U.S. Army, really dealing with too many cooks in the kitchen and too many people trying to make decisions, and a lot of conflict within those decision makers. But we'll keep in the loop on what's going on. Any insight you might have on any of that, definitely put that in the comments below. If you like this video, click like and subscribe. Feel called to support this channel with Patreon, that link is also below. But the most important part of this channel is we take prayer requests, so please don't ever hesitate to send that in. Thank you for watching this episode of God, Family, and Guns. And as always, love God, love your family, love guns.